Imagine what life was like before 280. For some of us, we have distant childhood memories of orchards and neighborhoods of the pre-freeway era. Land was cheap then, and burying a freeway in San Jose would have been a ridiculously expensive concept. But land in this area is now scarce, prices are high, and we need to have a vision that reunites our neighborhoods and improves the quality of life for all. But to paraphrase a sage from those bygone years, the times continue to change. As my travels take me around the country, I see examples, whether in Las Vegas at the Convention Center or Minneapolis at the Loring Greenway Association. I see examples of communities that have literally bridged the divides caused by the rapid expansion of the baby boom era. This video will look at examples where communities have capped freeways, recaptured airspace, and effectively created new land. First, let's move up the coast to a pioneering project in Seattle and the Freeway Park, conceived of in the late 1960s and opened in 1976. This park, built over I-5, was financed through a combination of local bonds, state, and federal highway funds. It was propelled forward by individuals, public partners, and private development, as evidenced by the 21-story building that anchors the edge of the park. One of the innovative things about this is it embraces the idea of decoupling parking from living spaces, as leaders saw the importance of reducing pollution by keeping cars away from the downtown core. Trenton, New Jersey found that by covering the freeway and exposing the river shore, they had new development and they increased the value of the existing homes and the lots because they suddenly had a view of something other than traffic. This $150 million project created a 6.5-acre park. In New York City, where land is in limited supply, there are many examples of using airspace to create new land, such as at the Rockefeller University. Here, they even built student housing over FDR Drive. Hudson Yards in New York City is building a platform over an existing railroad yard that will feature more than 17.5 million square feet of commercial and residential space. The population living in the 5,000 residences will be able to send their children to a 750-student school. They'll be able to avail themselves of 14 acres of open space. Related Companies is building this $20 billion project, and soon will be bringing their expertise to the city of Santa Clara with the City Place, which is being built on old landfill. Further north, Boston has been working with the Massachusetts Turnpike Authority to determine how to use the 23 parcels above the turnpike through Beantown to reclaim 44 acres of unused airspace. Israel, which is the Silicon Valley of the Middle East, is embarking on its most ambitious municipal project ever with the Ayalon Park in Tel Aviv. It will bridge a highway as well as connect two existing parks with a 59-acre lid that is estimated to cost $525 million. It will feature green spaces to absorb pollution, open spaces, and sporting facilities for leisure and commercial space. Coming back to the heart of the United States, sprawl-happy and car-happy Dallas proved it could reunite neighborhoods with the construction of the 5.2-acre Clyde Warren Park. Conceived of in 2002, construction began in 2009 and was completed at a cost of $110 million. Almost half of this funding came from privately raised funds. It is owned by the city, but is privately managed. There are many more examples that could be provided, but the important takeaways for those of us wanting to reunite both sides of 280 is that these projects require long-term planning. They tend to be community-driven with a variety of stakeholders that include local citizens, developers, cities, states, and government agencies. It is going to require a long-term vision and a true team effort to unlock the inherent value of the air rights over these public spaces. By providing a relatively large area, we have a blank canvas to improve the quality of life in an area that was built out decades ago. And of course, the big hurdle always is funding, but there are many sources if we just get creative and we just look at it with a long-term vision. So capping 280 isn't a new idea. In 2002, the city of San Jose considered a feasibility study to understand the possibilities and how it might be funded. Now, with such great demand for the limited land we have and the massive changes we are seeing in terms of growth in this area, it is time to revisit the feasibility of reuniting the north and south sides of 280.